Greetings, gorgeous beings of light. This is Elmara coming to you with day 3 of the 28 days to absolute love. Take a big breath in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh or an ah, because letting your breath out with an ah numerous times will help you open your heart faster. If not, just take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring your awareness into this present moment. So I'm trusting that yesterday's little exercise, I love you, I really, really love you. I'm never going to hurt you, I'm never going to leave you, I'm always going to love you, has helped you open your heart just a little bit more. It's not so much about opening your heart, but about opening your heart and connecting to the absolute love, which is at the very, very core or essence of your being. Some people call that God. Some people call that your higher self. Some people call that universal love or universe. It is everything and exists within you, and it existed a long time before you came into this body. But it is my experience that the more you connect to absolute love and wake that up in your being, the more everything that you've ever wanted or dreamed about comes to you. Your intuition becomes clearer. Your relationships become better, because obviously if you're loving yourself, that is being reflected back to you by the people around you. I can't tell you how many times I've known people to be in relationships that are driving them crazy. And then as soon as they connect to infinite love, or to the absolute love that they are, the core, the God source within them, that all of a sudden they've got a brand new partner. And it's really just because before that they were reflecting back where you were stuck in duality instead of being connected to your God self. I heard a story of a woman the other day who went blind for 3 days, and she couldn't smell and she couldn't taste for those 3 days. And in the time, so all she could do was surrender. It was her biggest lesson, in surrendering to the God source, or to the absolute love that she is. And while she was in those 3 days, she's building a satellite city outside Texas, somewhere outside Austin or something, and that property went from 11 million to 33 million in that time that she was surrendered. And the problem when we're in duality, and when we're in our heads, and when we're trying to work it all out ourselves, the problem is that we don't open ourselves up for the infinite abundance and miracles that exist for all of us. It is there for all of us. It has always been there for all of us. It's just that from the time you pop into the womb, you know, you're picking up on what mum's stuff is. Maybe she's worried she's having another baby too soon, or how's she going to feed this baby, or whatever that is. And then you're born into the world where everybody starts telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and you pick up the stuff from your parents, whatever they've got. And there's not a whole lot of conscious parents in the world. It's getting better now, thanks to the people that have woken up and then trained their own children to be conscious beings. But that's rare. That is rare compared to how many people are unconscious and part of the system. And, you know, you get told what to do and who God is, and, you know, you learn rote learning, which takes you right out of your creativity, and you learn 1 + 1 = 2, and all that sort of stuff. And they say the babies have like infinite creativity when they're little, and then by the time they've gone to primary school, you know, it's dropped to about 80%. By the time they finish primary school, it's about, you know, 50%. By the time they finish high school, it's even less. And by the time they finish university, most people are lucky if they have less than 5% creativity left, because they've been so indoctrinated to then go out and get a job, so. And I'm not saying there's nothing the matter with having a job if you love it. There's only things the matter with having a job if you know you were born to do something else, or if you know deep inside of you something is calling you to do something else. So a lot of our life is, unlearning all the crap that we were taught, that we weren't good enough, or we're not smart enough, or we're not pretty enough, or we're too fat, too thin, too bald, too tall. All stuff which is irrelevant, because you are this infinitely powerful, gorgeous, sexy, radiant, beautiful, powerful beyond measure being of light. And we've all forgotten that. Not me, but not me. But I had some pretty good training in the other stuff. And it did take me a few decades to get it right, but I've been on my spiritual path for 40 odd years in this life, and I know who I am. And it is my goal in this training to teach you who you are as well, at the core of your being. So let's just take another big breath in for me. The trick to getting the most out of anything I do is just to breathe. So you can receive the codes. Try and stay out of your head and just breathe. Even if you react to what I'm saying, it's because there's something there. So we're just going to go back to connecting. Just ask your soul, your God source self, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, your angels, ask anyone to help you. Go right back to the time before you were born. So after you're in spirit, you've decided to come in as this person, that person, to learn these lessons, you've chosen your parents, but you're still pure source light, or pure God source, and you're just, or absolute love is really what you are, and you're just going to breathe in and take your awareness back to before just before you were born. Now, there's no time and space in spirit, so you should be able to just ask to be taken there. And if you're not, just place your right hand over your heart and your left hand either on top of that or left hand up, palm up, and just breathe. Just imagine then that you're breathing from your heart back to the hour before you were born. Not before you were born, sorry. The hour before you were conceived, when you were still an absolute love, pure God source, waiting to enter at the point of conception, and just breathe. And if you did Monday's class, see if it's any closer than when you did it on Monday. Not Monday, sorry, day one. That was Wednesday. I associate Monday with the first day of the week, but we started on the 1st of February. So go back to the 1st of February's class. And if you've not listened to the introduction, I strongly recommend you do that so you know how to get the most out of this. So just breathe again. And landing back there, and then just breathe into that absolute love. Let it fill every cell, every atom, every molecule of your being, because if you do it long enough, you will dissolve all those things you think are the matter with you. If there's some particular part of your body that's aching or hurting, or just breathe that absolute love or God source into it. Wake it up. When there's pain or whatever your body is really trying to say to you, hey, here, we need some more attention. You're too far out of alignment. You're too stuck in 3D. Breathe. Just breathe. Focus on the breath coming in through your nose and out through your nose now, or out through the mouth if you're releasing. connecting deeply to the absolute love that you are. Filling every cell, every atom, every molecule of your being with this core absolute love that you are. Sorry, we have some people coming to next door. Breathing in. Lucky we nearly finished. 40 seconds to go. Breathing in. Filling every one of those 100 trillion cells and 100 trillion telomeres. And throughout the day, I want you to, just for a moment, stop. You can do it at times like when you're on the loo or whatever. And just take yourself back. Take yourself back to absolute love. And remind your 100 trillion cells and 100 trillion telomeres, that's exactly what you are. Love, love, love. My deepest love and richest blessings to you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.